Hello there! Today, I bought an absolute metric ton of LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper minifigure packs. Hello everyone, it is Republic Studs, and today we are taking a look at all of my minifigure pack. And basically what I'm going to be doing here today is talking to you about these guys, showing you what an army looks like and how many I've actually bought in, and if these things are worth it. After all, it is 3 figures for $15, which is quite a lot, and also how hard they are to get, and when and where to get them. So with that said, I'm going to ask you all to hit that subscribe button if you love LEGO Star Wars as much as I do. We are closing in on 36,000 subscribers, so every press of the button means the world. With that said, let's get into it. No, these were very popular when the year started. In fact, so popular that LEGO has not been able to keep them in stock. In fact, I've been pushing off this video for over a month now because I thought I ordered 5 more of these from Lego.com. Alas, I go to check my email and the order was canceled. So that sucks, and that's been a consistent theme where people will just buy and then Lego will oversell, so they have to cancel orders, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, quite honestly. But beyond that, we have some stuff to go over with these guys. Now this video is going to be divided into 3 sections. A is going to be the minifigure building part section itself. B is going to be just building stuff with the bricks that come with this if you get sick and tired of the command stations. And C is going to be how you can army build them yourself, where to buy, how to spend money, and all of that. So with that said, we're going to have chapters down below, and we're going to get right started with the minifigures. Okay, and we're getting building. Let's get rid of these crap, and we have all of these boys. Plus, I may or may not have already started building some of them. We already have so many done so far. Look at all these clones! The army is growing very large. And like that, everyone, we are done with an insane clone army. In fact, there are so many clones, we had to start a second row. Granted, there's only 2 over there, but we're just gonna ignore them. So here's a look at my Clone Trooper army. We have about 14 whole minifigure packs here. If you add that all together, they cost about 210 United States dollars, and they look like a very solid small mini army. Now you could get, say, a regular $200 set, like that UCS A-Wing back in the day. I guess we're getting a land speeder, or even UCS R2-D2 right there. That's a better example. You get that, or you could get this army. And it's really a trade-off. If you're a big army builder, this is a pretty solid deal. You're, again, getting about $5 per minifigure. And, you know, nobody's really a fan of those guys back there. Those commanders, they're not exactly army buildable. They are cool, and they're all decent figures. We have full review up on the channel. Obviously, they come with the clone heads, which is great. And, you know, you can always swap things out and do things with them, but they're not anything exciting. Now, as for these guys are a little more exciting. You do get the special blaster piece, which is really cool, mainstreaming that piece even further than it was in the Final Force Battle Pack or New Republic Fighter Tank. And, you know, you get just a great-looking minifigure, and if you want, you could, say, swap out this with a Phase 2 helmet, if that ever is to be released, and I hope it is one day. And we have a solid amount here. I mean, if you take into account that we have about 14 of them and multiply that by 3, 1 second, let's do some quick math, it will equal 42. So we have a total of 42 minifigures here instead of counting, because this is way easier for me to do. And overall, this seriously helps the ability of you to build your army, especially in this year when there have been less clones on shelves. You're missing, again, that General Grievous Starfighter, which had one last year that retired, and a handful of other sets. But this is a very cool lineup of LEGO Star Wars minifigures. Now, we're going to move this aside and take a look at this box. Now, this is deceptive because inside are actually just a bunch of pieces from this set. So my plan now is to work on some special custom builds and see what I could make with, I guess, 14 of these. I've seen some people make some custom designs, so I'm going to try to elaborate them, maybe make a cooler command station, and I'll get back to you when I've made some stuff up. So after several hours of putting together a bunch of different things from a bunch of different places, we have completed our own little clone base, and I didn't even include this. Now, we have a lot of designs here, some of which designed by me, others of which designed by plenty of other talented people. I will be crediting them all in the description, to be quite honest. There are so many different things, but I'll make sure to credit you all. Some of you had fantastic designs, and if you want to build any of them, I'll leave a link to each of them, again, in the description. But I really want to start off first with our Mega Command Station. So this is the first major build we have here. I'm actually going to move this down. And I've added to this from what the actual person had. So this is where you put all your clone commanders. This took, I believe, 2 of the packs, and I added some extra to it. This is where you can put all your commanders. It is really quite simple, actually. There's a little area for you to put your troopers, and it's a little difficult, I'm noticing, to cram them all in. Okay, anyway, you have room for one guy to be right here. He's pretty cool, and also, you'll notice I did drop that thing that was back there. That is an addition by me. You just get a lot of nice room. You would spend more time, obviously, placing troopers down. This is also my own addition right here with these guys. I don't believe most of this was a part of it anyway, especially with the flag and all of this sticking out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just a neat, nice, sizable command station using 4 of these packs. Now, we have a secondary command station. This one was completely my own design, as you could tell, because it sucks. You get a little underside. I'll try to give you guys a feel for how to use it. Use these special black pieces. They are great. And, you get all this. And it's really hard to kind of feel out exactly. You use a lot of the black plates. I believe this probably is, again, close to 2, if not 3 packs to do. And you could simply just have them use it as either A, defense station, or B, a command station. So the way I think I set this one up is like they log in, they do all their taxes here, and then they could come and sit down, and if they want to fire out, they can. And there's a little area you could even have, say, another commander, again, assuming, these are the troopers you want to use here. You don't have to use these. They just happen to come with the packs. And you could just use these, and they could sit here, and it's a moving one, and again, this piece keeps falling off, as you'll notice. Again, I am not the best of builders, but I do with what I can. Now, this next design is by a guy, I do know his name, Lego Ohio. He designed a little droid cut. It is not super stable. All you need is 1 pack to do this. I'll leave a link to his Instagram page if you want to make a droid cut. He actually made a feature so you could, have them roll, but this is way too fragile feeling for me to feel comfortable making it look like it's gonna roll. That is the droid cut, and here's some basic ones that I used. You need a handful, I think 1 or 2 packs to do these. These are just basic defenses, so if you want to, say, have your clones, defend something, you could do that. You could have this crate, looks something very reminiscent of something out of, say, Battlefront 2. You just get all that, and I think that's really, really nice. Now, anyway, moving forward, one of my favorite builds here is actually a little command station thing, like a little portal, and you could have your troopers file stuff here. I also made this thing. You don't actually have to use this. You could put actual, blue studs for holograms or whatever, but I wanted to use what came in the set. So there's a little battlefield they're planning on attacking. This is the main base. This is the flag where they are. Kind of like a Google Maps type thing. It's pretty cool. We're just 1 short on this piece right here. Another thing I did create, this little weapons rack. We do have a significant amount of extra weapons, so I figured, hey, that's a pretty easy thing. I want to put command, buttons on it, but, I ran out. So, oops. And then, of course, we do have the main builds. These are the ones that come with the pack. I kept 2 of these, and I actually have another 3rd one built. It's on my shelf. And, they're very nice. You get tired of those after a while. I also made, again, another small gun rack. This could be maybe the checkout station for all of the blasters. Now, moving on, you also do have another one. This was what I did with it. I just had a ton of extra pieces and didn't know what to do. It's not exciting. I don't even recommend doing that. And then finally, we have these two. These were designed by a guy on YouTube. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he's really talented. And this was all designed with one pack, two packs, as far as I'm aware. And it's really cool. So I'll show you. First off, you're going to want to load up one trooper back here, and then you're going to load up another right here, and then finally you will have your commander in the front, making yourself a little troop transport. I think this is an amazing model. I absolutely love it. He nailed it. It's really good looking. This is by far my favorite. I think of all of them, he really nailed it, other than maybe the Mega Command Station, but I did mess that up probably more than I could have, or should have anyway. It's really cool. I absolutely love this thing. 2 packs, I totally recommend doing this. Now here is the full $210 value. I basically set this up as like a giant clone base. As if, you were practically to do these. So starting off at the front, you have your commands, your defense areas, you have some of those defense stations, you have a crate, you have 2 of the speeders that I'm doubling, or the transports I'm doubling as, like, armored vehicles. You put it in the front. We have some troopers on the front lines, rushing up the front lines. And then over there, and again, the yellow clones are very inconsistent. Realistically, you'd want one of these on the field. We have several. So you have 2 side command stations flanking. They're covering their own flank. And this is the head command station commanding the command stations. They have all of the guys commuting with each other. It's really cool. And then we're actually going to move up, and then behind there's a little strategy area that a trooper is dealing with his commander. And then also, way back, we have just a little legion, or a little group of troopers, a little squad, ready to be deployed. We also have our back area commanding everyone from behind. So much commanding, jeez. We also do have our weapons rack for our guys to go get their ammo. We have a little communications tower. That's what I've determined this is. And then also we have our experimental Republic droidka. He is in the back line because he is dopey and does not work very well. And also, falls apart very easily. But overall, I think this is great. I absolutely love the feel and vibe this gives off. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So it just shows you how many opportunities you have with, certain bricks like this. It really is quite awesome, honestly. Now, with that said, let's get into some of my thoughts on how, you could build these up and get more of these and that sort of stuff. So, assuming you want to army build these, you probably do. Now, here's the thing. These obviously consist of 2 regular clone troopers, and then you get your clone commander. The commander is one that is less exciting, less enticing. That does not mean sell it yet. With that being said, so say you get this set. Say you're able to get your hands on it at Lego.com. Remember, when you're buying stuff from Lego.com or in Lego stores, and Lego stores, by the way, are a much better bet. I recommend calling them up ahead of time before running out to go get one. And, you can go to them, actually. For instance, I have bought pretty much all of my minifigure packs from my local store. Now, they do have limits of 3. Now, there is a way to get around this if you want to buy more at a time. And essentially that way of getting around it is going in at different times with, say, a relative or a friend. You could do that because they limit it to 3 per, I guess, household is how they defined it. So, if you want to go in, you can buy more. You're spending money with them. It's not like you're cheating anyone out of anything. You're just getting yourself more clone troopers. And everyone, I fully understand. If that's something you want to do, you're willing to give them your money for a product. And, they still limit it, but you can go around that, basically. I personally haven't done that too much. I am just getting these with time, slowly accumulating them. One of the things I find scary for these particular products is supposedly they are retiring at the end of the year. So, which means that they're essentially not going to be available. Now, that is not 100% confirmed. That is not 100%. And we will, again, wait to see how that plays out. But beyond that, it's just, if you really want to army build these, that's going to be up to you. Now, will we see another major appearance of Phase 1 troopers again? Certainly not in any army building capacity like this. Sure, they may pop up in a gunship or ATTE of some sort, but I don't think they'll be appearing in this army buildable way for quite some time, to be 100% honest, at least this way. So this is your only chance to really get these. Go to your Lego stores and stock up. Now, if you get them online, you do have VIP points, which you can use to towards gift cards to buy more. And another huge resource you could use is Rakuten. Now, I have been promoting Rakuten for a while, to be honest, and they're great. So basically the way it works is when you sign up with them, you get a certain percentage off every purchase you make, say on Lego.com. I believe Lego.com, it can go anywhere from 4 to 10%, which is pretty good. So you're already getting 4 to 10% off. After that, whatever money you spend, you get your VIP points, and on top of that, if you spend $30 or more, they will send you $30 in the mail just for joining and spending $30 while using their service, which is absolutely nuts. I have been a loyal customer of theirs for quite a while now, and I strongly recommend you check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and it also helps me out a ton, so feel free to check it out, quite honestly. Now, another way you could technically buy these if you do not have access to a Lego store or any Lego.com website, you can go to eBay. I would not recommend this. They are severely inflated. I would see if you can wait, and you're not going to be able to build any significant army if you're buying them all at $30-something a piece. But if you only want one, that might be a suitable option if you don't feel like waiting. Either way, I hope this video was somewhat useful. With that said, I will see you all in the next one. Remember, peace out, and stay awesome.